Welcome back, True Seeker. November 1st, 2019. We get an update in the story of the death of the granddaughter of Robert F. Kennedy. Today it's reported that she died from an accidental overdose. I covered this story August 1st, 2019, when the news broke 3 months ago from today. And what I talked about in that video is how she died 111 days before the birthday anniversary of Robert F. Kennedy. 111 days because the name Kennedy in gematria sums to 111. And now on November 1st, 11/1, like 111, we get the update in her death, and they say it's an accidental overdose. So, just again, Kennedy in gematria 111. Her full name, I don't know how to pronounce the first name. Saoirse Kennedy Hill. I've never met anybody with that name, but anyhow, however you pronounce it, the gematria of her full name is 281, which is the 60th prime number, and November 1st is the day leaving 60 days left in the year. Also, notice overdose sums to 103, like her first name, and of course, Scottish sums to 113 and 103, like overdose sums to 103 and 113. And in the video I did August 1st, which has been deleted by Google, talked about both these numbers. Of course, my 18th channel was taken down. We're now on channel number 19. But to revisit what I covered August 1st, Robert F. Kennedy equals 81. Ritual equals 81. She died August 1st. They're now saying from an overdose. So 81. She died on the 213th day of the year. In Satanic Gematria, death is 213. Her first name also has a gematria value of 86, like blood sacrifice. Remember, these ciphers are based on the alphabetic order and the alphabetic order in reverse. Got to know it both ways to see the full code. And I pointed out August 1st. She died 111 days before her grandfather's birthday anniversary, Kennedy 111. And again, here we are on November 1st with the update. Notice that was also 15 weeks and 6 days. Robert Kennedy equals 156. Robert Kennedy was shot on June 5th by Sirhan, reportedly. And again, June 5th is the 156th day of the year. June 6th, 6/6, the day he died. Notice Robert Kennedy with the alphabetic order is 156, with the alphabetic order in rules numerology is 66. So shot on the 156th day, dead on 6/6. And the assassin Sirhan, that name equals 33. Sirhan 66 as well. I also pointed out that day that from August 1st to the anniversary of the death of her family member JFK, the president, was 113 days. And from the anniversary of Robert Kennedy being shot to the day she died was 57 days. 57, 113, those are numbers of the Scottish Rite. Scottish Rite 57. Scottish 113. And I pointed out how her name has the gematria of 103 and 49 like Scottish. And now they say overdose 103. Remember, JFK died in Dallas 49 and 113, numbers of the Scottish Rite. And JFK was killed in the middle of Dealey Plaza, named after a 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason. Freemasonry is based in Kabbalah. That's where this practice of letters and numbers comes from. Gematria. Kabbalah states God created the world with letters, numbers, and words. And they said JFK died at 1:44 a.m. Kennedy curse 1:44. Jesuit order 1:44:54. If you haven't read my book, there's an entire chapter on all of the Kennedy deaths, the Kennedy curse, everything that's happened to that family. There's also another chapter that goes deeper in the Kennedy assassination, and I show how his death was synced up with his visit with the Pope, as well as his wife's visit with the Pope, Jackie. Dealey Plaza, Ambassador Hotel, both 54 like Jesuit order. Remember, Washington, D.C. is controlled by the Jesuits and the Scottish Rite, the unholy alliance. And the mother of the young woman who's now said to have died from an overdose, her full name equals 96, like Freemason, like how JFK died on 11/22/63, a date with 96 numerology. So if you want to come to my blog, and read the top post right now. Again, Free to Find Truth. If you do a web search for Free to Find Truth, it'll surely take you right to this blog. And it is the top post right now. You can read about the most recent story. And then for the older story, you just click the link. It takes you back to what I reported August 1st. But again and again, when you follow the code, you see how none of this is an accident. Just like how I talked about on August 1st, it being 111 days from the anniversary of his birthday. Sure enough, on 11/1, you get the update in the story. So, learn the code, see through the mainstream media, see through the federal government, see through rig sports. And again, get my book before it's banned again. Etsy banned this book on the 74th day of the year. That's because English equals 74. So does Gematria. So does Jewish. So does Brooklyn, New York, where Etsy's run out of by some Jewish folks. And there's nothing anti-Semitic about pointing that out, because this practice does come from Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah. And the same people who do this are the same people who go by the Talmud, which states that non-Jews are an animal race known as Goyim, too dumb to be considered human beings, and meant to be ruled over and controlled by the Jews. All stated in the Talmud. You don't get that in the mainstream media. You don't get any knowledge about that, because who controls the mainstream media? The same people who coined the term conspiracy theorists to cover up all the lies and make fun of the people who see through the lies. And understand, I'm not saying it's all Jewish people. It's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying they're a part of the cabal. The ones that go by the Talmud, that operate in high places, who control mainstream media, which isn't everybody. We'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.